And why were they running away when they saw the police? That is something that I was asking myself. If I am kidnapped, if you kidnap me and you lock me in a house, the moment I see police trying to open the house, I'm going to shout my lungs out so that the police can hear me and help me. That's how a kidnapped person would react when he sees law enforcement in uniform. That's how a kidnapped person would react. But I don't think if I was kidnapped, I'm in a foreign country, and then I've been in this house for days, and then when I see the police, I choose to run away naked. But I didn't even run away when the police are not there. But the moment I see the police, I run away.
In a developing story this morning, police rescuing 15 Ethiopian nationals who were kept against their will in a house in Lombard East in Johannesburg. 11 have been hospitalized while dozens escaped, most naked. Last night, police are now investigating a case of human trafficking. Our reporter Heidi Jokus was there, joining us now for more on this developing story. Heidi, a very good morning. It's been a long night. Tell us what happened.
Yes, so we understand that around 9 o'clock last night, Bradan, in Lombard East here in Johannesburg, the community here heard a bit of chaos coming from this particular house behind me, and it appeared to the community as though it was a break-in. They then alerted security companies as well as the CPF and of course police to this particular house, when they then soon realized that there were dozens of people trying to get out of this particular house. Let me move out of shot and ask my colleague Lingen Dabambi to just show you what the house actually looks like. Upon arrival, they realized that people were breaking through. It seems now that it is light that we are able to see what the house looks like. They were breaking through one particular window, jumping through the window. We also understand on the back side of the house, which we cannot see because this is now an official crime scene and we cannot get access to this private property, they were also trying to escape from the back. We understand that it was over 60 men between the ages of 20 and 30, understood to be Ethiopian nationals, undocumented. They were kept in this house against their will. It also appears as though there was somebody guarding them. What's also alarming is the fact that all of the men that were kept here, over 60 of them, were not clothed. They were all naked. So when they started escaping, many of them that were found inside the yard that didn't manage to escape, in actual fact explained that they were kept naked inside the house because it would just make it a lot more difficult for them to escape. This is why the Hawks now are appealing to the community in the area to be on alert for anybody that might be injured and that also might not be clothed, and that might be of Ethiopian nationality, to alert the police or any security in the area as they come from this particular house if they are seen in this area.
You know, there's a lot of things that are off with this story. There's a lot of things that I don't really understand with this story. And this story is almost similar to that one of last year. Last year, the police found, and I even made a video about it. It's one of the most watched videos here on my YouTube channel. So if you can click there on popular, you will find it. You will find it. It's titled Spaza Shop and Kidnapping Situation in South Africa. Yeah. Last year, there were like 50-something foreigners who were kidnapped, and then they were locked in a house there by Johannesburg again. So those ones were these Ethiopians who were used by these spaza shops, slaves in spaza shops and things like that. It's something that was happening last year early. There are people who are kidnapping Ethiopians there by Ethiopia, and then they lock them in a house, and then they sell them to these people who are owning spaza shops so that they can come work in spaza shops. It's something that was happening last year. Now, there's another situation now, 2025, that is almost similar to that one. It's almost similar. It's as if it's the same ring. It's the same organization. But the way it has happened, it's exactly the same as that one of last year. The only difference is that those ones last year, they were not naked, but these ones are naked. That's the only difference that I hear. The people who always kidnap these people are they South Africans or other foreigners? Even last year, I was confused about that thing. The person who was saying is guarding those people who are kidnapped there, why can't they disclose whether that person Who is that person? Is it a South African? Is it a foreigner? Who is that person? No one wants to disclose. They are just saying, no, there are people found in the house, but there's no follow-up telling us who was guiding those people. Even that story of last year just disappeared. They told us 50-something people were found, and then that story just disappeared. There was no follow-up to tell us who was guiding those people. Did they catch that person? It just like that. And it's something that always happens here in South Africa. There will be a big story that is of big concern, and then after that it just disappears. There's no follow-up on that thing. So even this one, I can't really understand who was guiding those people. I'm sure they interviewed those people. What are those people saying? Why can't they tell us what are those people saying? Obviously those people know who kidnapped them. I'm even starting to believe that these people are not kidnapped. I'm starting to believe that these people came because they wanted to come to South Africa illegally. That's what I'm starting to think right now. I think these people, they have their ways of coming here in South Africa illegally, and then they have a house that is going to shelter them for a certain time until maybe they have a spaza shop that they can go to. I'm starting to think it's not really kidnapping. It's just that these people come here to South Africa illegally, and then they hide in a particular house. Because these stories, it's the same story. It's the same story that was happening last year. It's very, very similar. But that one of last year, we don't even know what happened to it. We just found out there were people kidnapped, and then they were taken to hospital and things, and then we've never heard about that story. And then we hear again of a very similar story now in 2025. What's going on? What's going on? Something is fishy, man, about this thing of Ethiopians being kidnapped and then they are found in a house here in South Africa. When something happens once, okay, it's fine. But when it happens again in a similar fashion, where there's smoke, there's fire. What's going on? What's going on? It's very confusing to me. It's concerning and confusing. Even this one, you see this story, this one, give it a month. No one will be talking about this story. There will be no follow-up to tell us who was guiding those people. Did they catch them? What happened to them? No, nothing. It just disappears. That's why I'm saying I'm starting to think these people are not kidnapped. These people are just shipped illegally. And they came because they wanted to come. I just shipped illegally into South Africa, and then they hide them in a particular house until maybe they can allocate them in a particular shop or something. I don't know. And why were they running away when they saw the police? That is something that I was asking myself. If I am kidnapped, if you kidnap me and you lock me in a house, the moment I see police trying to open the house, I'm going to shout my lungs out so that the police can hear me and help me. That's how a kidnapped person would react when he sees law enforcement in uniform. That's how a kidnapped person would react. But I don't think if I was kidnapped, I'm in a foreign country, and then I've been in this house for days, and then when I see the police, I choose to run away naked. But I didn't even run away when the police are not there. But the moment I see the police, I run away. No, something is very off. Something is very off. I don't know. Maybe I'm jumping into conclusions. But something is off with these things of Ethiopians being kidnapped and then found in a particular house. There's more to this thing. There's more to it. Maybe it's not kidnapping. Why are they running? Because if they were really kidnapped and they were in need of help, the moment they see police vehicles, sirens, they see people in uniform, that should be a relief for them. With law enforcement, they should try and tell their story. We were brought to this country, we were kidnapped, we didn't want to come here, so that they can be taken back to their countries. But that's not what they do. When they see law enforcement, they run away. Tell me, there's not more to this story. There's something that they are not telling us. And this thing of stories like this, just breaking news, and then after that there's no follow-up on it. What's going on? Or maybe these investigations are being done in private. They are just not telling us as the public. But we would love to know as the public, because you tell us and you tell the public. Last day they tell us they found 50-something Ethiopians locked in a house. What? If you were going to come and tell us as the public, tell us again, did you find the person who kidnapped them? What happened to those people? Did you end up deporting them? You told us they went to a hospital. Did they receive help? What happened? They don't tell us. They just tell us, we found these people, this is what's happening. And then after that, you'll never hear about that story ever again. Now it's this one. Again, one. And then 2026, we are going to hear another one again. Ethiopians found by Johannesburg, the very same thing. Hey, I don't know. You tell me on the comment section down below, what do you think about this whole thing? But to me, there's something fishy here. Okay, if they are kidnapped, but there's something fishy, man. There's something fishy that is going on here. So tell me on the comment section down below, what do you think about this? Mina, I think there's something fishy that is going on here that they are not telling us about this whole thing. Maybe it's not kidnapping. That's what I think. Tell me what you think on the comment section down below. But if you just enjoyed this video or you learned something new, please leave a like and subscribe to this channel. I would really appreciate it. My name is Emmanuel and this is Mzansi Versity, the place where we transform lives through knowledge and information. Let's meet again on another video.